welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at this Sharp cassette player with an AM, FM and FM stereo radio. The model number is JC-170 GY, made in Philippines. I've already taken this apart. It's a bit of a backwards tear down and clean up. I just wanted to see what was up with it, and then once I took it apart I realised actually this is going to be really difficult to put it back together, so I'll just save myself some hassle. So this is the machine. It would usually just have this case over the top of it, and this circuit board would be put down in place. It had 3 little screws and a clip, and just under there you can see the thing. But the reason I've taken this apart, one, to clean it, second, to just slightly adjust the speed on it. It was pretty good, however it was a little fast. Now this is the radio part just here, and you have to be careful with that because it's got all the strings attached quite literally to it, and by just lifting it up ever so slightly, this is the underside of the circuit board and that's the speed. So before it was it was about there. It was about there. I'm going off by where the number reading is, and it was just ever so slightly fast, so I'm just going to move it to about like there or something. And then see, the good thing with this is that you can easily just put in the batteries. Oh Christ, don't know what I did there. Why is it moving? You can easily put in the batteries and test it constantly. It's all mechanical. So yeah, that's just the speed. I'm just going to give that a fiddle about for a few moments and then move on to the rest of it. I adjusted the speed as best I could, however it seemed it was probably as close as it would have got when it originally started, so it was a bit of a waste. Now I'm just going to clean it with this tape head cleaning fluid. It's just isopropyl alcohol, so it's nothing fancy. There's my toothbrush. Make sure to clean this after you're done, because I will be brushing my teeth with this exact toothbrush. So I'm just gonna, give the whole circuit board a bit of a. I mean, it didn't seem too dirty, to be honest. The cassette player was £6, and it was untested, so it was a bit of a gamble when I was buying it. However, it's in perfect condition. Like I said, the speed was all fine. The belts are not worn at all or anything. So yeah, it was pretty good. Again, that's the radio thing, and you can see there's 2 belts there. So there's that one and there's this other one. But like I said, they're both in fine condition. Yeah, the speed didn't really make a difference, to be honest. Here's this side. You can see all the switches and stuff like that. I'll just give those a clean. None of them crackle or anything. Like, they're all in really fine condition. There's minimal hiss as well from the tapes themselves. That's just the buttons there. I'll give a bit on the flywheel as well. I'm going to clean this. I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't look the freshest. There wasn't any corrosion, and it doesn't look like there was any battery leakage or anything like that. However, I will just double check, because that would make or break the player. I think you can get replacement things, but just a good habit. And again, just on the inside of those contacts there. Make sure. Yeah, like I said, this was a pretty clean player, to be honest with you. I'm not so worried about the electronics. Now I have the very, very painful task of putting this back together, because as this isn't just a record player, this is also the radio, and it goes together quite awkwardly. So this tuning wheel has to slot into here, I need to put those strings back round this tuning wheel also, as well as this. This fits just at the edge here, and then once the circuit board falls down, you can't really see because it's all black, but this thing where my index finger is slots, and there's also a clip, as well as this other plastic piece that fits on this end where this glue bit is. You can't see because it's on frame. Anyway, it's just here, and that like holds. Here it is. That holds something down. So yeah, I'm not going to put on the camera for this because I'll just be crying in the background. But once it's all together, I'll show you. That's the player just with 3 little screws. I did the radio and everything. It actually wasn't that bad. I'm actually quite proud of myself. Okay. That's the piece that goes here. I guess it's not really doing anything. Maybe I'll glue it back. Actually, I won't glue it back because if I do, I don't think I'll be able to get it out. Anyway, I'll see. Yeah, got it all in. You can see there's the radio thing. It moves. That's good. And it's lined up correctly to each end, and then just on the inside I'm just going to give this a clean. So this is the volume slider here. Okay, I'm going to have to look at that for God's sake, because that's supposed to go all the way to here, so I need to look at why that's not moving like that. Anyway, it's quite dirty in here, on the inside here. Clean the tape head again just with some cotton wool buds and this tape cleaning head stuff, so it won't just be the tape head, it'll also be the capstan and the pinch roller. They're both quite important parts as they all come into contact with the tape, and you know, if it might dirty up your tape or whatever. There's nothing coming off that tape head, so it seems it must be pretty clean, and that, to be honest, that does make sense. When I have been playing this, it didn't really have any hiss or anything. This was pretty good to go from the moment I bought it. So yeah, I mean, even the speed was quite fine. It was just out of curiosity more than anything else, just to see what it was like. And yeah, once I've done cleaning this, I'm going to use the demagnetizer on the tape head just to see if that will yield any results. And yeah, and then that'll be that. I'll make a follow-up video to this, stating just sort of my overall opinions on it, like, you know, how good it is as a player. I also have the original headphones that would have come with the player as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, there's a little bit of dirt coming off the tape head, or off the capstan and the pinch roller. It's a tiny bit, but again, like I said, it's actually very well preserved. And yeah, and then I'll talk about a little bit more just of the general facts and stuff like that of this player. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep cleaning this. Okay, so the final step of the setup is just to use the toner demagnetizer. I made a video on this if you haven't seen it already. So just approach the thing slowly and go over it for about a second. Okay, that's enough, that's done. That's all it is. You can't get proper contact, you can't make it square to the tape head, but just sort of rub it along the tape head there. And you can feel it, it sort of almost buzzes as you're doing it. And no, it's not on. And then slowly take it away as well. I did take out the batteries, but yeah, that's the player with the back on, and you put these screws back on. There was a moment of a bit panic. Oh, just dropped a screw. Of panic when I was putting it back together. For some reason, it like just stopped working. Like the tape wasn't working. The belts weren't moving. The motor wasn't moving. But that was just a false alarm. I just put something back together. I just took it apart and then put it back together, and it was fine. And then with the volume, you just have to line that up correctly on the inside. It's just like a normal switch. It's nothing like too crazy. The screws are important because it doesn't close by itself, and I had a lot of difficulty closing this up originally. I think that's why. I think that for some reason there's some resistance. But anyway, that's been the setup and cleaning and teardown of this cassette player. I'm going to make a full video of just detailing the facts and stats and whatever you want to call it of this player, and going a bit more into the history if I can and the features. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed it enough to perhaps give it a like and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions. I always respond quite quickly. And apart from that, I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.